there is absolutely hope for Shauna. She will probably struggle for a lot of her life, but hopefully we've been able to set a foundation so that when she does struggle, she'll know how to combat it in the future. So Shauna's actually been with us twice at Facility-Based Crisis. The first time she came to us was early fall. She was really unsafe in her home. Mom was trying to set boundaries regarding bedtime, and Shauna went into the kitchen, got a knife, and threatened to stab her mom. I think at that time she was also threatening herself, wanting to jump out windows and harm herself. Her mom later found a kill list in her room. So she had indicated that there were several people at school that she wanted to harm. When the police responded to Shauna's home, she just started fighting, became very, very combative. She tried to pull one of the police officers' firearms that was clipped to the side of their belt. And so they ended up having to restrain her in order to keep her safe so that she didn't continue fighting with them. So one of the wonderful things that we're able to do at FBC is really connect kids with services. That's what makes us very different from a hospital inpatient stay, is that it's important for us to make sure that that child has something to go home to or the next level of care that they need. So when Shauna left us the first time, we were able to connect her with our intensive in-home services. She was in intensive in-home services for several months.
We had a lot of work ahead of us, and we worked really hard on just trying to get her to trust us. And so meeting her where she's at, building a rapport with her and kind of getting her to know that we're going to keep showing up. It doesn't matter what you do, we're going to keep showing up for you.
It had been 4 or 5 months in intensive in-home, but about 2 weeks before her second stay with us, she had a medication change. In a 2-week period of time, her behavior started to escalate and become very, very unsafe in the home again.
So Ashley's team took her in, and we worked really closely with them to help bring them up to speed of what we were seeing and talking about her really needing a more supervised, more structured environment where she can get all the evaluations that she needs. We are really fortunate that we have such a large service array the way we do. Our teams work so closely together so that we're able to just pick up the phone and say, hey, I need your program, and able to try and work that out internally as opposed to having to then call somebody else or probably call 15 other people to see who has bed availability, who's willing to essentially take a risk on this child or this family, and that we're able to really wrap families like Shauna's with a lot of support.
Shauna specifically, the day that she got to us the second time, ripped out an adult tooth in her mouth. It just didn't feel right in her mouth, so she did it, but that is inherently causing harm to your body. It got really, really bad. So the second time she came to us, we knew that our role there was going to be to keep her safe in a safe environment until we could find an appropriate out-of-home placement for her, because it was not going well in the home. I think for me, it's always super sad. And I think seeing a child, especially one under the age of 12, it's really, really hard to see them struggling so much. And so my team at Facility-Based Crisis will tell you this, but the very first thing that we do, even if a child is fighting or mad or being aggressive, you always have to just leave a calm voice and say, what do you need right now? Because ultimately, that's what we're trying to get children to understand. As adults, we want to provide to you what you need, but we need you to be able to tell us that. So it's sad and it's really overwhelming. We have a crying corner at FBC for my staff when it does get that way, because feelings come up, especially when you have little kids. But for us, I think we always have hope because we see kind of the other end of it. We know that we're making really good plans for those kids and families, and we feel really good about the work that we do at the end of it.
So Ashley's team did a really great job of keeping her safe, and we were able to get her transported to our 30-day assessment center here in Charlotte.
Specifically, what we do when I say residential services, that's a PRTF, Psychiatric Residential Treatment Facility. And we are a 24-hour residential program, and we provide specialized intervention and 24-hour supervision to individuals ages 5 to 13 that may be experiencing behavior concerns or mental health concerns. When Shauna got to us, Shauna was more of react first, think second. And now we're working with her to where we're seeing a progression of her thinking first and then making a reaction. We are very focused on utilizing coping skills. Coping skills are going to be things that she can implement when she is feeling anxious, when she is upset. And these are not going to be things that she can only utilize while she's here. We're looking at long-term outcomes. Now that Shauna's thinking more, she's able to interact with her peers more appropriately. Those socialization skills have improved. Shauna's opening up and participating during her therapy sessions, which is different for her as well. The hope for Shauna and all the kids that we work with is that they're able to learn these coping skills here and able to go back into the community and utilize these skills. That's why we do the job. It's a great feeling. Like, we love when, a child can come in here and we can make some type of improvement. Shauna's made significant progress. Shauna's able to just, respond more appropriately and effectively.
Shauna will go home soon, actually, which is the great thing. She will go home with mom, and we will recommend a different in-home support. I do think Shauna will be okay.